Alright, Kimbo White here. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about probably the single biggest business deal ever to go down in mixed martial arts history. It happened about a week ago, and for anybody who just watches UFC, doesn't watch any of the smaller feeder shows or any of the Japanese MMA or any of that. WEC airs on Versus, and it has been like a sister promotion to UFC in the way that it's owned by the same people. Zuffa has owned it for a while now. WEC stands for World Extreme Cage Fighting, and it's been airing on Versus now for quite a while. But it doesn't get the same spotlight as the UFC gets. For a few reasons. One being that it doesn't have a heavyweight or light heavyweight divisions. I think its heaviest division is welterweight. They might have a middleweight. They focus on the smaller shows. They're basically the UFC for the smaller weight classes. I'm sorry, not the smaller shows. It's the smaller weight classes. They go all the way down to 135. The UFC has finally gotten big enough to where in the last year they actually have done a pay-per-view or two. They had their first pay-per-view, and they're drawing really good numbers. They're starting to get really close to the UFC's numbers, so they did a merger of the two companies. And that is huge because there's a lot of weight classes that we've been wondering for a while who, if you took the WEC champ and the UFC champ, who was the better of the two. And not only that, now that the merger has happened, after tonight, tonight or WEC 53, the next show, I think it's still going to be titled WEC, but after this, the bantamweight champion and the featherweight champion of the WEC will now be the UFC bantamweight and featherweight champion, which is awesome. Jose Aldo is a 145-pound champion for WEC, and really, to be honest, would probably steamroll anybody 155 and down for the UFC or WEC. He's got a fight coming up soon. And then tonight is what I'm kind of leading into, because I feel like everybody needs to be turning it on Versus tonight, especially if you're MMA fans. You catch this and you don't know about tonight's fights, or you didn't really give a shit, watch it, because it is now UFC. This is WC 52. There's only going to be two more shows. It's WEC, and now there'll be UFC fighters, and there's a lot of great talent here. But tonight is one of the two biggest names WEC has to offer. You got Jose Aldo at 145, and then Uriah Faber, the big story. He was formerly the dominant king of the 145 division, and lost his title to Mike Brown. Since then, has had a couple of wins, and he dropped down to 135. So everybody's it's the big topic. Is he going to be weak from the weight drop? Or is his frame is a natural 135 frame? He's always been a small 145 guy, but he's solid muscle. He's zero body fat and just a solid rock. But he's a short guy. I want to say only about 5'7", something like that. He's got a natural 135 frame. So he says he feels great and he's confident. We know he's hungry, and regardless, this guy's going to be in the UFC. This is going to be a UFC 135-pound name. Uriah Faber. Anybody who doesn't know him is going to know him now. Also, the guy he's fighting tonight, Takeya Mitsugaki, is top notch, and Uriah's got his hands full. So, we get verses here in Shelbyville, and everybody, around the world's my subscribers on YouTube are going to watch this, and you guys live all over the world, and I don't know if you get verses or not, but here in my town, we get it, and the people that see this on my Facebook and catch this and turn it on versus tonight. It comes on about 8 or 9 o'clock. Check it out. And if you guys are already fans of the WEC, then you know this fight's coming up. And I'm going to throw up a video here in a minute or do my picks on it, because I'm already going to hit my YouTube time limit. So check out my picks. I'll post them up too. It's been the last word with Kimbo White.